Alright, I told you guys I was going to make two-part little video. It's hard holding the camera, looking at my own face, and then trying to turn around and show you this. So, what we got, well, we got some old potatoes there. Those are going to go in the garden. But we got a stiff plastic bristle brush. Use that to scrape the hives with, or scrape the frames with. Get them good and clean. Usually I do a power wash. Maybe one day I'll show you that video. But you gotta set all this stuff up. Like I said earlier, I got stacks of these from a guy. I coated these. We gave him some hive. We sold him some bees last year. Beekeeping ended up not being for him, so he gave them all back to us. I went and took the bees. I bought the equipment back off of them, but this isn't my favorite stuff. It'll do. It needs some wax on it. Really can't tell with the video here, but I'll show you. Try to show you the difference. And I don't do the prettiest waxing job, but you can see the definition in all of these. Kind of that rigid edge. And then if you were to touch these, you can feel the wax on there, and you can almost kind of see the difference in, this one's got a shine to it, and this one doesn't. This one looked just like this one a couple minutes ago. So what we're going to do is we're going to coat it, and I just got my little Mighty Chef, Family Chef, whatever the heck this thing's called, some kind of little cheap cook pan thing. Again, don't go stealing your wife or your girlfriend's cooking stuff and little paintbrushes and nothing, because basically the beeswax will be stuck in there when you're done. And we just took a little bit of this chunk of some old beeswax I got out of the wax melter. That'd be another good video to show you guys. Make a wax melter. You know, clean up all your old cappings and just junk wax. But so we take some junk wax, put it in this guy. You want to melt it down. Now your beeswax can catch on fire. So you don't want to heat this thing up too hot. You find a good temperature with your whatever you got for a little melter. Some guys use like a double boiler kind of thing. I find this to be the easiest thing, because I throw the wax chunks in there. When I'm done, I shut it off. It hardens up with a lid on it. Next time I want to coat some frames, just take it back out and do it all over again. So a lot of techniques. We've used a roller. Usually just buy a foundation with wax on it, but it's a good way to reuse stuff. I mean, these plastic frames, they kind of last forever, and you can reuse them. Basically all I'm doing is putting the brush in here, and a little wax on it, just kind of dabbing it onto the frame, try to get some of the wax down into the little cells. Coating them all up. I mean, there really ain't much to it. You know, I mean, I used a roller before. A roller tends to get a little messy, so I'm not always using that roller. Kind of use the brush. Makes less mess on my work table out here. I can do it on the front porch. I don't necessarily need to set everything all up to get the roller out. And to get a roller that fits right in these medium frames, you kind of got to get a big fat roller just to get the wax on right. So you can do whatever you like. The bees don't really care what you use to get the wax on. They just care as long as you got some wax on there, they're happy. And they don't really like to use these plastic frames. I should have showed you earlier today where I took some couple frames out and I put some of these in that I had recoated, because they just weren't using them. You can get these plastic frames, and these won't even touch them. That's all it is. I mean, there's a couple spots where the wax is a little thick, but bees will chew that stuff right out. You'd be surprised. You new bee guys, you'll learn. You'll see stuff. You'll be trying to do all these crazy little perfect things, and the bees just, they're wild animals. They're going to do their own thing. I learned my beekeeping techniques from a guy who's been a beekeeper for 70 years. probably longer than most of you guys watching the video have been alive. So there are new techniques and new stuff and new treatments and new ways of doing stuff, but a lot of times you learn some good stuff. Listen to somebody who's been doing something for almost an entire decade. So you got any questions for me? Put them in the comment section below. I'm new to this Facebook thing, so or whatever this is, YouTube. I'm new to this YouTube thing, so we'll figure it out as we go. You send me them questions, and I'll get you some videos and find out what you need to know. And Redneck Me Man. See you another night.